I could just, do this while I'm driving, but I'd rather just do it now because then I can clear my head. I can't make a decision and also figure out if I'm going to eat certain things or not. So I'm just going to record this one as well. Cherish the relationships that you have and the ones that you had. Because the relationships that you have, as well as the ones that you had, are going to shape you into being the person that you become. Don't let them control you now, because something someone did, you could harbor and hold on to and throw that and carry it with every single new person that you meet. I was talking to my friend Lane today on the phone. It started off like just talking about animation stuff. If you haven't ever heard or seen Epic the Musical, go freaking watch that joint. I'm not even a musical person. Now I own 6 of the songs on iTunes. I'm dating myself, but I don't care. Thank you, Lane, for showing that out. Shout out to Lane. Leno was my buddy. But something I was talking to about my other friend Dylan, like on the way over here, is that when my little cousin Ben was like 9, he used to blow up my phone all the time when I was at work at my first job. And I used to be like, why is he calling me? Why is he calling me? I love hanging out with the kid. I used to love hanging out with the kid. Still do. But I never really appreciated how much he wanted to spend time with me back then. And now that he's older, he's going to be 19. Oh my gosh. That kid's going to be 19 next month. And I barely hear from him. And I don't really talk to him as much as I used to because he's older. He's teenager / young adult, They got their own people's own stuff going on. Family's lame, I guess. But I will always have those couple 5, 6, 7 years where we just hung out nonstop all the time because I went to college by their house, so I hung out with them all the time. It was lit. But it's not like that anymore. And that was a period of my life. That was a period of our relationship where we just hung out. We were inseparable. We did everything together. And now it's over. It sucks, but those are some of the best years of my life. Some of us get stuck in the best years of our life. High school, college, elementary school, young adulthood, whatever period of your life, you may get stuck in that. But the beauty of life is that it may have been the best in your life then, but you got the rest of your life to try and top it. It was great. It was fun. People grow up. People change. And so do you. I've got another little cousin now that is in the same position that Ben was back then when I was in college. He's not the same, but somewhat the same. But he loves on me just as much as Ben used to. And that's actually who I'm going to go hang out with tomorrow. I'm spending the night at the house. I work late, so I'm just spending the night at the house tonight. And I'm going to wake up. We're going to spend the whole day together tomorrow. But, man, he's got a lot more energy than Ben used to. But I love the kid. I love him so much. And I don't ever take this time for granted anymore because one day he's going to be just as old as Ben is. If not, he's going to grow up. I don't know if he'll forget about me. I don't know. Well, Ben didn't forget about me. We still have our moments when we have things we talk about, a lot about, and we really vibe with. But it's just not as much as we used to. But, maybe my connection will change with him and we won't talk all the time. Maybe we'll just talk all the time for the rest of our lives. Who knows? But whatever happens, you just have to be okay with it. Because things change. And when they change, it leaves room for new things. And even though it sucks and it's scary, you gotta roll with the punches. Because you might just find something in it that you didn't expect to find. This went from Cherish the Relationships to a video about change. Or both. There's something else about relationships that I'm also learning. Well, not also learning. It gets smacked in my face a couple times when people die or when people tell me about things, because some people will tell you who have known me for a couple years. As soon as somebody dies, I'm quick to go on social media and be like, make sure you go tell people you love them. Make sure I love y'all. I love y'all so much. I'll be the main one. Because no one does that. Not to say there's nothing wrong with that, but tell people you love them. Tell people you appreciate them. Tell people what they mean to you. Some people aren't going to be like, oh, thank you so much. Some people are like, okay, you weirdo. Like, of course I am. Some people are going to be like that. But tell them anyway. Because they're going to die eventually. Or they might not know that you love them like that, or you feel that way about them. And even if they don't give you the reaction you want to see for you, behind closed doors, they might secretly just be like, wow, that person, I didn't know they felt that way about me. And that makes me feel so good. You will never freaking know what your words could mean to somebody, because they might never reveal it to you. But now, I'm not telling you to go around and tell people everything you think about them if it's rude or whatever. But if you have something nice to say it. For real. Because I'm the main one. I'm like, oh, thank you. So I'm a sentimental person. I'll tell somebody every day of the week how much you mean to me. I try not to say it so much, because then it all just being mushy all the time. Don't really rub people the right way. But every once in a while, I'll say it. Sucks that people don't, give the response I would expect, but I hope I made them feel good. I really do. I hope I made them feel good. Sometimes I just can't help it. It just comes out because of how amazing somebody is. Tell somebody how they mean, what they mean to you. If it's your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, tell them what they mean to you. They might tell you something back. Maybe they won't say anything at all. But let them know while they're still here. Cherish the relationships you have, because they will help you. They will make you feel connected, feel wanted, feel loved. And even if the relationships that you have with people now don't make you feel that way, you've got some. And I challenge you to say you don't. Because if you don't have people around in your corner that's there helping you, making you feel good, you need to start looking. And don't ever lose hope looking, because they are out there, I promise. I've got a friend named Cameron. That boy moved to a whole new state, Jersey, and had no one really around with him. He's running solo dolo. He's on friend-making apps, trying everything he can to make friends. He come across me, and I am literally his golden horse. Because I talk to him, I respond, we call every now and again, and he told me how no one really did that like you. I even invited him to like my annual thing, and he was like, that was the last thing I expected. I'm like, well, you're my friend. Why wouldn't I invite you? That doesn't make sense. Why would I not talk to you? That's just basic things. These are like things you think are common might not be common to somebody else. And sometimes you being nice, or you doing things for people that you normally do for others have never experienced that. You have to keep these things in mind. Not everybody lives the same life. So the relationship you have with somebody could be life-altering. Honestly, it could be. The relationships you have with people are life-altering. I don't care if it's your coworker. I don't care if it's your boss. I don't care if it's your mama. I don't care if it's the neighbor down the street who's got a dog that barks so loud and don't care if they bark. Every relationship you have matters. And the way you interact and the way you go with your relationships with people determines how much of an impact you have, but they always have an impact. I have customers that I see frequently. I'm like, oh, hey, how you doing? So they know I remembered them. I see you. I remember you. It makes them feel good. I don't do that because I'm at work. I do that because I remember you. I seen you. You were nice. I remember you. What's good? If I wasn't at work, I would chat you up a little bit more. Not because I'm at work, not for a tip, but just because I remember you. Don't ever go into a relationship or a friendship, whatever, looking to get something out of it. That's not going to work out for you. Trust me, I would know. It doesn't work out. You got to go in genuine and just go in with the idea, I'm going to make this person feel like, wow, that guy was great. Wow, that guy was so nice. Wow. Why aren't more people like that? I don't do that for my ego. I do that because I want people to feel seen, feel heard. Like, because you have to think of it from their perspective. How would you feel if someone came up to you and be like, I'm not coughing your face. I'm doing a lot of talking. Let me drink some of this water. How would you feel if someone came up to you and was like, oh, you come here a lot. Hey, how you doing? Where you been at? Or like, we ain't seen you in a minute. We missed you. Or, I remember you was here before. I'm like, yeah, I was. Some of y'all might be like, that's creepy. Why are you in my business? But you ever think that might be because you never had anyone remember or recognize you before? Or because anybody who cared enough about you to actually ask and mean it? Don't be closed off, bro. Don't be so freaking closed off. Being closed off just prevents people from walking through. I'm telling y'all, man. You gotta be open. When you leave the door open, people walk in. And now people might walk in and steal things and walk out. But that's not a reason to keep the gate closed. Okay, maybe it is. But when people come up and knock or come to look around, look over the gate, maybe come out and wave at them. Or come talk to them while you're at this side of the door. Like, you right here, they over here, and you talking over the fence. And if you like them, let them in. You ain't got to keep your door all the way open, because that's how you get hurt. But you can talk to somebody from over a fence, you know. Lean back if you got to, if they try to swipe at you. Or swing on you. But for real, the relationships you have, maximize them. Cherish them. Because you can have a relationship with one person, and that will be the only kind of relationship you have with that person. You may meet someone that's similar to them, or that acts like them, or looks like them in some way. Excuse me. But it will never be like how it was with one other person. I have an ex-best friend named David. He was cool. He was awesome. He was the first best friend I ever had. And I will never, ever, ever, ever meet someone like him ever again in my life. Because there's only one David. Came up with the most unique nickname for me I have ever heard, and I will probably ever hear in my life. I miss him tremendously, and it sucks. But I can cherish those memories I have with him and the things I learned and apply them to my new relationships so that they can be sustained more properly and be maintained. Because David wasn't maintained properly. I cherished it. I didn't maintain my relationship with him properly. Some things were handled not well on both sides, and now I can take that and apply it to new ones. Cherish the relationships you have, because not only for the good but also for the bad. Because the bad things you learn in any relationship, you can use as experience in your new ones. You learn things, people. This is part of growing up. You learn things, you apply them to the things you know now, and you might see the old things you know in a new light, and the new things you can see in a new light you couldn't have seen in it a couple years ago. It's great, but it's also sucky. This is a really long video, but I'm telling you, cherish your relationships, man. Cherish them. Because they matter. They matter a whole freaking lot. One more thing before I go. me holding this annual barbecue thing has been great because my friends all get to hang out with each other, which normally doesn't ever happen. I get to get my family together for things because they don't hold anything themselves. And everyone gets to see each other. It's a win on every side, except for me, because I don't get to just sit down and have fun and talk to everybody because I'm the host. All I get to do is look good and take pictures, and I'm slightly okay with that, but I would like to just, show up and just do nothing. But it is what it is. I don't know how that had any relevance to anything I was talking about. I think I just needed to get that out. But anyway, that's all I got on that front. Otherwise, I'll just keep on rambling. I love y'all. Stay humble. And don't do too much. Make sure you go call that person you've been thinking about calling throughout this whole video, because I know you was thinking about a couple people or one person as I was talking this whole time. Go call them. Go call them. Tell them how much they mean to you. Tell them you love them. If they've been mean to you, just say I forgive you. You ain't got to talk to them ever again, but just say you're sorry. Or say you forget, whatever the case may be. Just go call whoever you're talking about. I don't know what the problem is. I'm just a person on YouTube that... Look at you about to pull up on me. I'm just a person on YouTube who made this video at 11:33 at night in front of a McDonald's parking lot. I don't know your situation. I don't know you, but you know who you was thinking about. So go call them. I'm out.